Hi there. My name is Kay Moon, and I'm a twin soul channel and Western astrologer. Welcome to the new moon in Aquarius video for 2022. This new moon takes place at February 1st, 2022 at 12:45 a.m. if you happen to be on the eastern seaboard of the United States. If not, please check a time zone converter for your local time. This new moon is occurring here at the 12th degree of Aquarius conjunct Saturn, which is a very fun energy. We're going to talk about that in a minute. Making aspects to Chiron right here by sextile. And we've got conversation also with Uranus right here. This new moon energy by square and a sextile as well to the, there we go, sorry, a trine to the shaman's asteroid right here. When you put all this together, you've got a really interesting energy of being really ready to shake up our third dimensional realities, do some new things, say some new things, think some new ways, try on some new habits, some new patterns, really taking stock of where we've been that has not worked. That's the sextile to Chiron and Aries. And the Saturn conjunction, really taking stock of where we've been and really noticing, okay, this didn't work, that didn't work. And ready to make some new choices with the shaman's asteroid speaking in harmony, ready to prepared to make the necessary sacrifices in order to be more authentic, more real, more congruent, more true, more self-loving than we've been in a long time. This exciting energy is facilitating a focus on our own needs, a focus on self-love, self-care, and a focus on getting congruent and including ourselves in places where we may have felt like life just kind of gave us a little bit of the short end of the stick when it came to money with the Uranus square, or love with the Uranus square there in Taurus. Maybe feeling like we've gotten the short end of the stick when it came to gifts and talents and who we were and what we've achieved in this lifetime, our ambition, that's the Chiron there in Aries, or feeling like we get the short end of the stick in groups and where it comes to our friends, wherever that may have been the case, this particular new moon is facilitating an examination and rectification of those areas of our life, which is exciting and it's awesome. And it's about time. It's about time we turned over a new leaf and ushered in a new energy. What makes this even more exciting is what some of the other planetary energies are doing. But before we get into that, I just want to let you know that the calendar is open if you're feeling a bit of that new energy coming in for you. And if you'd like to book a reading to take a look at how you can do some new things in 2022, I'd love to chat with you. We've got some time available in February before we begin March. And I also have opened up a brand new service that's going to allow you to get information from me much sooner. And that's the creation of the 2-question reading. And it's an opportunity to just get a recording from me that's 2 questions only based on a single chart. So if you click on Twin Flame or personal readings, you just scroll down and you'll see it right here. There is the new offering 2-question reading, and this offering is perfect for you if you need answers, and you can do with a 10 to 14 day turnaround. Normally it's 4 to 6 weeks to get time with me. You don't need to talk to me at all. You're not looking to get on my schedule and have a conversation. And if you just need quick insight, if you would like me to look at your chart and somebody else's chart and really dig into the energies, I always recommend the twin flame reading instead. But when you click on read more here, you'll be taken to a place where you are asked to just fill out a quick form. And I'll just confirm that I got it from you. You just enter your details here. For those of you who are outside of the US, be sure to note the format of the month, day, year that I'm looking for here. Sometimes if you put June 6th in 8/6 and then the year, I'm going to read it the way an American reads it. So be sure to pay attention to the format. Click proceed to check out, purchase your reading, and I'll just confirm that I got it and you'll be off to the races. This is the perfect time, especially now that the Venus retrograde is over, to begin the process of looking at what 2022 can bring now that we have some new energies coming to the place with this new moon in Aquarius. So recall that Aquarius represents the energy of the new, the next, the transformational, the quantum leap forward, the collective consciousness, the internet. And so from here, we get the opportunity to take 2 steps where we might have otherwise taken 1, especially because this is a year where we have the Uranus-Saturn squares continuing for us and Uranus speaking to this new moon by square. With that Uranian square, this is bringing an element of surprise, maybe an element of things we didn't see coming. For many of us, again, this is going to be about work and money. For many, it will also be about your friendship circles and things pertaining to self-love and self-care. For some people, this is going to be about the structure of their world, meaning how they're working, where they're working, the way the structure of their finances are set up. There's some new financial leaves that are getting turned over with this energy. So that's really exciting as well. Hopefully, you're able to make some positive strides in this direction. And also, I would also just want to echo, changes in friendship are really significant here, where friendships have been imbalanced. That those kinds of things are going to start to come to the surface. Conversations are going to want to be had about it. Things are going to be made aware, like, this isn't working in this friendship. That's not working in this friendship for me. And an opportunity to start the process of getting into really good places with the people you're friends with is going to be key. So that's really exciting. There's also an energy here of recognizing where we need to realign some of what we're striving for this year with reality, the new reality that we all live in with this Uranian square. And so this new moon is it's the bringer of insight, revelation, harbinger of truth here around what needs to give so that we can get that which we're striving for and creating. Super exciting. Let's have a look at some of these other energies, shall we? We have finally Venus being direct. She will be direct as of January 29th, 2022. And that's very exciting. Although Venus retrograde is not over, she still has yet to walk across the path that she started on before she went retrograde the first time. So as she goes back in this direction, she will meet up with Pluto again. The intensity that we had at the beginning and the middle of December will return, but this time it won't be so cataclysmic. It'll be a little bit of okay, I got it. I know what I need to do. Let me rectify the situations that I encountered at that point. For many, it will be money. Venus and Pluto, when getting together, they are notorious for having conversations about money and finances. For some of you, it will be intense love connections. Venus and Pluto bring it when it comes to intense love connections. For some people, this may be about sex and sexuality and the way you're expressing your sexuality in the physical form as well. But hopefully, you all should be feeling the relief of Venus and Pluto separating from each other at this point. Just know that we're going to get one more hit of that super intense December energy. As we get to, let me give you a precise date. One moment, please. We're going to get that wonderful hit of that intense energy. Let me go out in time. I should have written this down for us. My apologies, guys. It'll be towards the end of February, it looks like, which is all right. A little break. We could stand it. Yeah, it'll be toward the end of February, right around February 28th, towards the new moon in Pisces. That's when we get a second dose of that really intense, heavy energy that we got in December with I believe it was the new moon in Sag and the eclipse and the new moon in Capricorn. Okay. Sagittarius eclipse and new moon in Capricorn, different days, but same energy for both times because of the proximity of Venus to Pluto. Now, let's dive in here with Venus direct. We are getting some illumination about money matters, love matters, things that you may have been planning to kind of beautify and spruce up your home and how you want those things to look and to go. That's definitely a way that this could work. Venus trine Uranus. Again, really lovely surprises in love could come about from this. I'm definitely getting a sense that there's, for some of you, some proposal energy in the air, maybe just a little bit. And this could be a re-get back together with the way that Chiron is having conversation with Venus in square. And there was that retrograde. This could be a bit of a makeup from a breakup kind of energy for some people. And for other people, this is a bit of okay, I've made that financial mistake before, new year, new me. I'm going to do some new things with my money so that I can have some new results in my life, that kind of thing. Wherever there needs to be important conversations about the energy, I certainly see with Mercury retrograde talking to Pluto, where Venus was previously talking to Pluto. I'm definitely seeing a lot of intense emotions, a lot of deep thoughts about things with Neptune in the mix, having that conversation with Mercury and Pluto. I'm seeing the real possibility and potential for spiritual transcendence in this energy, where the energy, that intense energy of early December, mid-December, it is it's just integrating. So there's clarity now in certain ways about what happened, why it happened, what needs to happen, whatever happened for you in December. There's clarity now about that and a real understanding of the spiritual truths that it was providing for you and where you need to go with this energy. But in order to access that spiritual transcendence, it is going to require a bit of self-reflection. It will require a lot of surrender, trusting your own path, trusting what source is put in front of you. For those of you that are ready to have good conversations with other people, now is a bit of a better time, although it gets even better after Mercury goes direct. And the date for Mercury going direct, I have that here for you. February 4th. So just a couple days after this broadcast airs, we'll have Mercury going direct, and that will be a perfect time for revisitation of intense conversations or themes that may have come up in the last 60 days. It's going to be even better a month from now, but feel free after Mercury goes direct to start to, say, hey, can we revisit that? Is now a time to talk, because that'll give you the opportunity to talk through things with others from a cool head instead of a place of impulsiveness. So keep that in mind. We also have this Juno and Pluto conjunction in the mix. And Juno and Pluto, when they get together, they do bring intensity to our partnerships. They can bring a bit of a deconstruction. There may be certain partnerships and alliances that you're recognizing now, especially in business, that it's time to wrap up. It's time to dissolve. For maybe you to go your way, your business partner to go their way, time to split the finances, time to split the assets. This particular configuration will really have that highlighted, especially for those of you in written legal contracts. This configuration will have each of you ready to relook at the contract to see what can be adjusted and agreed to under the light of this new moon, which again brings Uranus square, enlightenment, clarity, a bit of a cold water to the system around what's just not working anymore and how can we rewrite it so that it is working. For other people, this might be conversations around marriages and commitments that may involve joint ownership of perhaps property, joint ownership of children, custody of children, joint ownership of a business, like I said. Anything that is joint in that way or meant to be collaborative or shared and has a paper contract to it is going to come up for revisiting the terms during this time and a rewriting of the terms. So if somebody brings that to you, it's going to be really important to just be open and trust that they're trying to do their best for them and find terms that also work for you in the conversation as well. Be open to negotiation. Okay. Let's see, what other energies do we have here? I like seeing Jupiter here in a sextile to Venus. This can bring improved relations in our love connections for sure, especially with Jupiter in Pisces and Venus in Cap. Venus in Cap, I don't always love that, but with Jupiter in Pisces, it just softens everything up. It can bring a bit more of an enlightened energy, an energy of let's just talk about this or come to things from a more spiritually centered approach. We also have Venus and Mars sitting fairly close together. They're only 6 degrees apart. They don't look very close in this chart, but with a 6-degree difference, which will soon very quickly become less than 6, we could call this a conjunction. And when Venus and Mars come together in conversation, especially the conjunction or the trine, or the sextile, and this is the conjunction, we get an energy of, okay, sexy time. Let me just spit it out. We get an energy of heightened libido. We get an energy of heightened passion and amorous feelings. And with Jupiter and the sextile to these two, that energy is kind of in the air, like love is in the air, amour is in the air a little bit in the collective. And that's a beautiful thing to see happening just before Valentine's Day. If that's a holiday you celebrate in your country, it's certainly a wonderful marketing opportunity in the United States for more money spending. So if you'd like to celebrate the, original kind of meaning of Valentine's Day, I suggest you have a quick Google to see how we came to have this holiday about love and connection, which is truly a beautiful, beautiful holiday. It is, for those of you in other traditions, more the Welsh Celtic lineage, feast day for Bridget coming in Mulk, which I love. She's my favorite of the Welsh Celtic tradition goddesses because she represents women of childbearing age, and when a woman comes to childbearing age, when she gets her first cycle. And I just think that's such a wonderful thing to celebrate and to have like a goddess or patron saint of. And so there's this fertility energy in the air that goes with all of this as well. I said there's this energy of new, of next, of becoming. And this Venus Mars conjunction in Capricorn is going to give a lot of people who have like business ideas or things in the arts or the world of creativity that they need to get off the ground. Jupiter in the sextile to this energy is going to spread a little fertilizer on this already very fertile soil and help people turn the ignition, get the gears going, kick things into motion in any area of creativity pertaining to the world of form. So visual arts, entrepreneurship, business, any of the entertainment arts. This is a huge opportunity to leverage the lift of this energy in the third dimension to get going. And things created at this new moon do have the potential, because of Saturn's position with this new moon, to go slow, but go far. So if you feel like, this has been your time, or you've been holding back on something, that's okay. It's not too late. It's okay to go slow. It's okay to start now. There's a lot of potential for these things to take off in the fullness of time. Okay, other energy here, we've got this square to Chiron, to that Venus-Mars connection. And so there is this little bit of an element with the square to Chiron of misgivings of things gone awry in the past, right? Things we had to learn from, difficult things we had to face, specifically in ourselves. With Chiron in Aries, difficulties we needed to deal with within ourselves, our own wounds, our own stories of enoughness. Chiron in Aries there. The more we confront that and face that, and, in this energy, really decide, because it's a square, are we going to let the passion run our show, or are we going to let our limiting beliefs run our show? Because you can't have them both. You can either live in your limiting beliefs, or you can live in your passion and aliveness, but trying to have a full life while holding on to both will only leave us standing still. So there is a little bit of a choice point energy here with this Venus-Mars conjunction squaring Chiron, but that's okay too. It's a really beautiful opportunity to give ourselves permission to let go of the fear of the past, let go of who we used to be, and step into something new, become a new being, do a new damn thing. Gosh, I love this. I love this energy. Okay. It's going to be a time, this energy, it's going to be a time of great productivity. This Mars is also in trine to, and the Mars square Venus is in trine to Uranus. So this just adds to the energy of the ignition of a new thing happening right now. Like ignite it, like set it off, people. Do the thing, set it on fire. Please go forth and create in the third dimension. Now is the time. A lot of motivation to live a new story. So, and I love this, because Uranus is allowing us, through the personal planets of Mars and Venus and the moon and sun, all getting spoken to at the same time from the planet Uranus. This is giving us an opportunity to have new energy come onto the planet, into the third dimension of form, into our technological advances at this time, but specifically into the third dimension, so that we can have new directions opening up in our lives. So if any of this resonated for you, I'm going to invite you to hit that like button. It's a pleasure and honor to read for you. If you are new, welcome. Please subscribe. I'm here on the new and the full moon, and definitely take advantage of that 2-question offer if that's something you would like to do. It is halfway sold out, because I did release it to the private list first. And the link to join the private list, if that's something you'd like to do, is just below this video. Remember that there are 2 pages there, one to fill out your question and one to make your payment. And it's going to be ideal if you can remember to proceed to checkout and make your payment. If this form is filled out and there's no payment made, unfortunately, I won't be able to complete your reading. Okay. So take great care, everyone, and bye for now.